Once upon a time in West Africa, in the land called Nigeria, many nations were bound together under one flag. Among them were the Igbo people of the East, a proud and industrious people known for their learning, trade, and resilience. But though independence from Britain came in 1960, unity was fragile. Nigeria was a house built by colonial rulers, joining many different peoples who did not always trust one another. The Hausa Fulani dominated the north, the Yoruba were strong in the west, and the Igbo thrived in the east. Beneath the surface of celebration lay fear, competition, and rivalry. In 1966, storms of blood swept the nation. A coup by young soldiers ended in the death of leaders, and suspicion fell upon the Igbo. Retaliation came swiftly. In the northern cities, thousands of Igbo men, women, and children were hunted and slaughtered. Trains, lorries, and roads carried rivers of refugees back to the east. The cries of the displaced filled the air. From this wound, the seed of Biafra was born. In Enugu, the capital of the eastern region, Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu, a fiery leader with a vision, declared that his people could no longer live in fear. On May 30th, 1967, he proclaimed the birth of a new nation, the Republic of Biafra. The people rejoiced, waving their rising sun flag, believing they were free at last. But freedom came at a price. The government of Nigeria, under General Yakubu Gowon, swore that the country must remain one. War broke out. What began as a political quarrel became a brutal conflict known to history as the Nigerian Civil War. Biafran soldiers, many of them young boys barely out of school, carried rusty rifles and fierce determination. They sang war songs, believing they fought not just for land but for survival. At first, their courage surprised the world. They won battles and defended their homeland with valor. Yet Nigeria was vast, and its army was supplied by powerful allies, Britain, the Soviet Union, and others. Biafra became encircled, cut off from food and medicine. The blockade tightened like a noose. Then came the hunger. Children's bellies swelled, their eyes dimmed, and their voices grew weak. Mothers watched helplessly as famine devoured their little ones. The world saw their suffering on television screens. Skeletal children with thin arms reaching for relief. Planes carrying food flew by night, dodging gunfire to drop sacks of grain and powdered milk. Despite the suffering, the spirit of Biafra refused to die. Songs of resilience echoed in villages. Even in hunger, people whispered, "We are Biafrans. We will survive." But the